So in 2015 there'll be a new Wrangler, which is kind of, you know, the DNA of the Jeep brand.
Sure.
And this year you put the diesel into the Grand Cherokee.
Yep.
You have a diesel in Wrangler in Europe, which you build here and ship across the ocean.
We do.
So does that portend the fact that there might be a diesel engine in Wrangler in the next gen?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, because you know, the demand for diesel from our fantastic Wrangler customers is consistent and has been voiced over many years. What we've said is we've now put it into Grand Cherokee. I want to see how it does in the marketplace. I think it's going to do very well.
It's a premium, it's expensive.
It is a premium, and diesel is. I mean, when you're buying diesel, it's the whole cost of ownership equation that really makes the sense. It's the additional fuel economy, additional residual value, the increased durability of a diesel powertrain.
The long-lasting,
gas.
yeah.
Absolutely. But I think the reaction of diesel Grand Cherokee is going to be good. If it is, it'll obviously put more weight to diesel in other variants in Jeep.
Can you give us a peek? What's the new Wrangler going to look like? What's Mark Allen's design? What's his, you know, what was the direction you sent him out on?
Well, what we said is it has to be a Wrangler.
All right.
And if on this one, you know, all of our Jeep customers are the most vocal, and the vehicle still has design cues that you can spot instantly all the way back to its origins. That's never going to change. This vehicle, next generation, will be a true Wrangler. People will be able to see it and say, yep, that's a Wrangler. And you know, it's a tough job for Mark, because we have to be sure with that vehicle it is the icon of the brand. It's one you can't get wrong, so you can be certain there'll be a lot of eyes on it.
And I guess the last question is, when Chrysler was purchased or partnered with Fiat, I think the crown and the jewel was a Jeep brand, and it proved to be that, because the last couple of years Fiat has been losing money and Jeep has been making money. It's been making a lot of money. I mean, it's really been the part of the company that's kept the whole group of companies together. Are you proud of that? I mean, that's something that you've done. Tell me about how you've managed to make Jeep such a worldwide car. It's always been iconic, right? The name has always been.
Sure.
But how did you translate that into sales and into, I think it was, how much was it? 2 billion in sales? Some incredible number that I can't even think of.
No, with the progression of Jeep, I think everybody on the team should be pleased about. And the way really that happened was it has always been about focus. In our international markets, we were way too diluted with 3 brands, 20 different models, and you know, a tiny market share. And I think the decision very early was taken that, you know, Jeep as a global brand will be where we put our focus going into the coming years, and we did that. We made sure that the products were right for those markets, and the growth has been great. And I still think there's a huge opportunity for us to grow much faster and quicker than we've done in the past, and it will be vehicles like Cherokee that will prove that.
And in China, you lost the manufacturing plant in the divorce with Mercedes, and Jeep actually was very well established there. Are you going to go back to China? Is that one of the markets? Yeah,
absolutely. For us, it's a key priority. You're right. I mean, our brand awareness in China runs way ahead of our sales volume. Jeep is a very loved brand. We were there right back in '84, and so going back there is one of my priorities, one of the company's priorities, and we will do that in the near future.
All right, I'm going to ask you a cream puff question, but I'm going to ask, what's your favorite Jeep right now?
Well, you know, I got to say the Grand Cherokee with the 8-speed transmissions transformed that vehicle. It was great before, but it's a phenomenal ride now. But the vehicle we stood in front of here, this is a Trailhawk, Cherokee Trailhawk, and if anybody was concerned that we weren't building the right level of capability in our cars, I can tell you the Cherokee Trailhawk went through the Rubicon. There is not, in my view, another brand or D-segment SUV that can do that. This vehicle is incredibly capable, and you know, this is one that I'm going to be driving over the next few weeks.
So it earned that trail tested badge.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We make sure.
Thanks, appreciate the time.
Thank you.
That's right, we're back again. It's me and Mr. Truck at another truck stop. And Kent, I see you have a Ford 250 that has, well, pretty much stock suspension. So tell them what we're doing on the next episode of the Fast Lane Truck.
We're going to take this new F-250 and retrofit it to Autoflex air replacement suspension.
And that's because air suspension is the way of the future. Semis have it,
Exactly.
the new Ram has it, and within a couple of days, this truck will have it. Coming up next on the Fast Lane Truck.